It was a time of political unrest in Bolivia. There was a mass rebellion, and the protests soon turned to war. Imperial Lego Army forces in Brazil must get supplies to the Bolivian government troops just downriver to help them fight the rebellion. But blocking the river stands a legendary fort, Kailar. It has withstood a century of siege and war and is now under rebel control. It must be neutralized in order to ship supplies to the Bolivian government. The Imperial Lego Army is preparing to assault Kailar. Captain Ryan and Sergeant Jackson are planning the attack while the rest of the men check their weapons and ammo and prepare for what turns out to be a bloody assault. The ILA soldiers leave the cave and prepare to hike towards the fort. The soft rain soon intensifies into a total downpour. Finding a nearby ravine, they take cover in it and prep themselves for the upcoming bloodshed. As they emerge from the ravine and move towards the fort, the lead unit steps on a landmine, disappearing into a cloud of smoke. The rebels open fire on them and they are forced to retreat back into the ravine. The rebels continue to rain down fire as the ILA soldiers retreat into the ravine. Back in the ravine, Captain Ryan assigns a squad to charge the front door to breach and clear, while the rest of the ILA soldiers provide covering fire. The squad reaches the door unscathed, rigs it with breach charges, blows the door, and enters the fort. As the door blows and the squad moves in, they are ambushed and are all cut down within seconds. Back in the ravine, Captain Ryan realizes that anything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, so he radios back to base for helicopter support. Unfortunately, an anti-aircraft gun opens fire on the helicopter, blowing off its rear rotor and sending it spinning down to the ground within the fort's mighty walls. The helicopter crashes into the fort's control room, killing the pilot on impact, and the surviving crew members must fight to try to remain alive. The remaining ILA soldiers rush to the fort in a last-ditch effort to take the fort and rescue the helicopter crew. Mortars and grenades explode all around them as the rebels try to stop them. A three-man Spec Ops squad breaks off from the main group and flanks around the back of the fort. The ILA soldiers fight their way to the helicopter and take cover behind its wreckage. One of the Spec Ops soldiers climbs the tower of the anti-aircraft gun, stumbling across an enemy sniper in the process. After quietly slitting his throat, he loots the sniper rifle and opens fire upon the rebels within the fort. Spec Ops Sergeant Jackson vaults the wall and quietly dispatches the rebels with his knife. As the gunfire fades to just an echo in the distance, the last rebel falls dead at the feet of Sergeant Jackson. All the remaining ILA soldiers regroup just outside the fort's doors. Captain Ryan and Sergeant Jackson are on the upper walkway of the fort talking. Everyone stops and looks up as the rain finally ceases to fall.